Hello everyone and welcome to Slipjoint Sawyer. Today we're going to take a look at a Victorinox Swiss Army knife, but not just any one. This is an SMKW special design, and this one was sent to me by my good friend John over at Thrifty Kniffy. Please make sure you're checking out. Wonderful guy, wonderful channel. We've become very close friends for the last sort of year or so of doing the Slippy and Thrifty show. But if you haven't caught that, it's every Sunday. That is midday Central Time US or 6 PM UK time over on John's channel. Make sure you're checking that out. But here it is. This is the SMKW special design. Now this is a Tinker, and the model number for the standard Tinker, so the red Cellidor, would be 1.4603, and there's of course the obligatory SMKW product number for this. But let's take a look around the knife. So you can see we have this really wonderful big Dill sort of design printed on these really nice green scales, and I think this is absolutely fantastic design. I love some of the ones they come out with, just like how obscure they are. Someone's thought, let's make a Swiss Army knife, but let's put a big Dill on it. And I just think that's absolutely brilliant. I love it. Green, one of my favourite colours as well. Anyway, Tinker, 91mm in total length, and that's 3.6, nearly 3.7 inches closed. It is a two-layer design. Now, the Tinker was first sort of introduced around 1952 when they brought out the back Phillips, or the back tool Phillips, and that's become a very sort of popular tool ever since. Lots of models have been constructed using this, and I mean the Tinker is very similar to the Spartan, with the only difference being this Phillips on the back. But for me, I like both tools. I know some people prefer the corkscrew, other people prefer just having the Phillips, but I like a good selection of both. They're both absolutely, they do great jobs, different jobs really. You can have the extra bits you screw into the corkscrew, like for example, let's have a look at one here. I've got a Huntsman here. This is a custom Huntsman, but you can have some kindling and a sort of eyeglasses screwdriver in there, or you can have the functionality of the Phillips to be able to undo screws, bits and pieces like that. But you can see we got printed on Victorinox shield, of course, the big Dill across there. Quite nice design on there as well. Really like the sort of 3D effect of that. And on the back, you just have one really large one with SMKW at the bottom. You get the keyring. You have the tweezers on the front, and on the back scale, you get the toothpick, standard sort of scale tools. And then on the back tools, you get the punch or the awl reamer with the sewing eye. You can see you've got that nail neck on there with the classic Victorinox finish. That sort of tumbled polish look that they go to for pretty much all of their knives. And you can see the edge on there, and a very nice sharp point on that. Be great for sort of leather work. Punching holes in a belt for extra. Starting pilot holes in wood, it's very good for as well. Maybe you've got a drill bit where the tip's a little bit worn. You can sort of put a little mark, and then you can sort of carry on with the drill, then have a little guide hole, perfect for that. And then of course the Phillips. Now this is great for like exposed screws, so maybe you're working, I don't know, on a table and one of the legs has come loose and you can get to the screw very easily. Perfect for that. Tight gaps, not so great, because you think this is the whole handle is this wide, which is why I tend to prefer the inline Phillips, which would make it this sort of use rather than this. But the amount of torque you can get on screws with this, in this sort of grip, in the fist grip with it like that, brilliant. So perfect for any sort of exposed screws, anything that's easy to do with no sort of restrictions to the area you're working in, perfect for that. Nice snap as well. These tools on the back are fantastic. The half, well, I would say it's a half stop, but it's not really. In the open position, it snaps up pretty aggressively and snaps down the closed position as well. And these are about six pull on both of these. Now on the front, you get the standard opening layer, and by that I mean you get the can opener, you get the nail nick on there, the small flathead screwdriver on the side, you get the nice little cutting edge and the point for going through the cans, and then you can use this corner up here as a very small Phillips driver if needs be. Say for example the Phillips is a little bit big on here, or if it changes something on like a, I don't know, a little toy, anything like that, or the back of a TV remote, that can use a little Phillips, great for that on the side. And of course there's no half stop on that, and a nice open and close snap. I'd say that's about 5.5 and then gets to about a 6 right on that sort of 3/4 area just up here. Left hand side then you get the cap lifter with the wire bender and the large flathead screwdriver, and of course that comes in a half stop as well, so you can get really nice torque on it for that way. And then you can hear that snap open as well. Can use this as a little pry bar if you wish, but I wouldn't go using it for any heavy duty jobs as it is only just pinned with brass underneath here, so I would only really use it for small little jobs, nothing too major. But you can hear that snap on the half stop and then down on the close position. So great walk and torque on that tool. Great sort of fidget factor on the cap lifter as well. I've always sort of found myself sort of going back and forth like this, often getting told it's annoying and to stop doing it, but you know, we like to fidget, we can't help it. Then we get the main blade. So you've got the Victorinox tang stamp. This is their newest one, of course. Victorinox Swiss made stainless, and on the back you just get the Officer Swiss. Edge grind, nothing to really say from Victorinox. It's pretty much perfect on every knife I've ever received. Of course, it being that sort of polished style finish, you do get fingerprints on there, but that's just what we have to deal with. You get the classic finish, the nail nick, no swedging or anything, just a nice spear blade. Maybe they're sort of in-house stainless steel. 2.75 inches on the full blade length, and then we're looking at a, where are we? 2.4 inches thereabouts on the cutting length. So very UK legal, one that's going to be friendly pretty much everywhere around the globe. I do know a couple of countries don't allow you to carry a knife at all unless you've got an excuse to be carrying it, like for work, etc. But in the UK, carrying something like this is not frowned upon at all, and it's just seen as a tool, which is great. And then on the back you get the pen blade. Wonderful edge as usual, classic finish, nail nick on there as well. Pen blade then being obviously smaller, it's definitely UK legal. We've got a full length of 1.6 and a cutting edge right about the 1.5 inch mark. So wonderful little knife, one of the most popular models I would say from Victorinox, and it goes to say that SMKW often use the Tinker for their special designs. It's a very popular model, nice and slender, great selection of tools, great action as well. Pull is about 5.5 again to about a 6 here. Not too weak that it's going to close on you, but if you're up on that ricasso, there's no chance of that happening. But a wonderful knife, wonderful design, and a wonderful gift. Thank you very much, John. I absolutely love it. So there we go, guys. That's my review of the Victorinox Big Dill SMKW Tinker. The normal model number for this for a red Cellidor is 1.4603. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.
Matt's got a channel, man sharp as a blade. Slipjoint Sawyer is the name he made. Pocket knives until they flow with flair. Restorations done with craftsman's care. Rusty steel polish bright in his hands. Old souls revived with a steady glance. Views keep climbing like a jagged peak. One shot rhythms, hammer sparks they speak. Slipjoint Sawyer grinding through the night. Pocket knives gleam under flickering light. Matt's got the touch, man, turning steel to gold. Every story cut deep, every piece.